Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Double right.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
X3, 218, chopper.
Back to throw. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A very solid gain of 27. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is Davis. Gets around him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
There's another truck. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And a huge play that time. 41 yards. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Davis. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike, set, 60. It's going to be a long day. Drill right, 22.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Now Stafford. It's caught. Jones. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Alert!
Now Stafford. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Brian Burns. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on
Wait, that 380. Get that quarterback. And 25. Check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Davis. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, This big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Stafford. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Lady. Check. Walk 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Switch.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coach. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown! A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they are human.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Alert! Hey, give me radar. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, it's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Now they try the right side here. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire...
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On the carry, it's Davis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. Shoves him aside. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Let's go, D.
First down, Dragons.
Check the backer, check the backer. Shoot! Rip!
Hey, go 66.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the screen!
72.
Now they try the right side here. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Watch the pass! Watch the pass! Slam, slam, slam!
Hey, 66.
Brady going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin with a run by Davis. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. They keep it with Davis on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
50.
Stafford on first down. Jones has it. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Johnson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They run. It's Johnson. Finds a seam inside the 40 and all the way down to the 33-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On second down, Davis works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, 7.
Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him.